Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the Playmates Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Leonardo. Of course, if you're going to get one of these guys, you're going to get them all, so I don't see the point in mixing up the reviews. We will, however, take a little bit of a look at each one's box. Now, I was kind of, well, I wasn't really hesitant. I figured I would end up getting these guys, but I didn't really know what to expect. Gotta tell you what really won me over? Old school weapon trays. I still remember having to get these things and cut them out of almost every figure I got, be it Turtles or X-Men, or even sometimes G.I. Joe. Good old days. Of course, you can see Michelangelo here. On the back, you can see all the characters in the wave, which of course were the 4 Turtles, Splinter, a very different design of April, Foot Soldier. I thought this was Krang, singular. Apparently it's the Krang in the show. There's going to be not just one, I'm guessing. And Shredder. For the record, I do know they're an alien race. Just thought they'd have the one specific one like the old cartoon. There's his read-up if you care to pause it and read it. Donatello, of course, as you can see here. Staff, weapon tray, read-up, same back. Leo, dual swords, weapon tray, back. Last but not least, Raph, double side, weapon tray, back. So, not a whole lot to say about these boxes. Let's open them up. And man, these toys really bring back some nostalgia. Not only are they great figures in both in detail and articulation, they even come with an old school little pamphlet, like old figures used to. You got a checklist, advertisements for the rest of the stuff, including that epic sewer layer playset I really want to get. Did see it at Toys R Us, but it's 120 bucks, so right now, don't have the spare scratch laying around for that, so we're going to wait a bit. But yeah, each of these guys is great. While the majority of their articulation is the same, we'll be having an individual look at least the detail on each turtle and the weapon tray, starting with Mikey, of course. Just get him over here. Now, of course, his weapon tray, which, be careful taking these out, because they're really soft plastic and they do warp really easily. Oh, look, he's even tells you who it is up here. That's neat. Mikey. I think each tray has that. Yep, there's Don. So cool. So he has this little whip hook chain, which I actually think he used quite a bit in the old stuff, if memory serves. A couple of throwing stars, like I said, all very soft plastic, which at first I was like, oh, that's kind of cheap, but part of me, the kid in me who remembers that is more, the nostalgia's winning over. Now, each turtle is a different shade of green, kind of as you could see in their big initial group shot of just the light here. His is a bit lighter, while still being kind of bright. Very nice. Of course, as far as distinguishing marks, there's not too many on Mikey. He's, of course, got the grin, a few scuffs in the shell, but overall, nothing major. Of course, he's got his dual nunchucks, whatever you call them. I can never remember the name of these things. And also, every turtle has storage for their weapons, as well as foot pegs. So once you get that shell razor, I think it has some foot pegs in it. Very nice. So, putting him off to the side here, moving on to Don, who is by far the most light shade of green out of the set. Although that's not really his distinguishing mark. In the new series, it would appear they left this guy's got a closed mouth completely. All of his teeth are chipped, or at least he's missing a tooth, which I have absolutely no idea why that bothers me so much, but it does. I don't like it. But yeah, great looking figure. He's of course got his staff. His weapons are of course brown, which I think is great because they all appear to have like kind of well, the 2 little saw blades, no, but the rest of them do appear to have wooden handles, so I think that's great. It wouldn't be too hard to repaint these things. Of course, he's got the straps across his chest. The little clip for his staff in the back here. So, good stuff there. My personal favorite of the Turtles, Leo. Got him in a very nice pose here. Of course, he's got the dual sheath on his back. Got a full-on grin going. Very nice. Of course, his set, which is right over here, comes with this little 2 daggers, a couple of throwing spears, whatever this thing is, and a larger sword, if you wanted to have one of those in a sheath or what have you. So, very nice. Kind of a much more of a standard green that I'm used to for the Turtles on his shading. Last but not least, a lot of people's favorite, Raphael, Raph. Darkest shade of green for the Turtles. Really reminds me of the last line that came out, the one that ran on 4Kids. Likewise, has two little holes in on the back of his shell for his sai. His shell is got this crack up here. He's got a really nasty snarl on his face. So really great stuff. We'll be using him to show the articulation. It is the same on each turtle, not really hindered on any of them. Heads are on a ball joint, up, down, full 360. Watch the shell. Arms likewise on a ball joint. Can still do a full 360 despite the shell, which is very nice. Go up and out. Bend and spin at the elbow. Spin at the wrist. Oh, there's a little bit of paint splotch right there on his hand. You can see by the sai. But with a sai in his hand, you'll never notice that. Of course, spin at the wrist. Legs. Likewise, ball joint forward, back, and out. Bend at the knee. No ankle articulation, but they also spin at the knee. So that's really great for each turtle. Also, I don't believe we did his weapon tray. I actually warped one of these hook swords pulling it out. So once again, be careful. He's got this thing, which looks like a sai missing an edge. 2 throwing stars. Oh, he's got 2 of them. My mistake. Don't know what the deal with that is. Kind of a He-Man power sword thing going on. So the Playmates Turtles line has been out for a little bit now. It's actually pretty easy to find. My Toys R Us, Target, Walmart all carry them. And one of the other great things about this set, if I can find where I put those turtles, is that none of them are very pricey. Walmart's running $7 and change. Both Target and Toys R Us are running $8 and change. These are great figures. For nostalgia factor, for new collector factor, these things are absolutely fantastic. Playmates is doing a lot of great stuff with the line. They've got play sets. They've got the much larger classic turtles, as you can see there, which I'll be doing a review of later when I have all 4 of them. I'm only missing Don right now. So, great accessories, very nostalgic, great articulation. There's only one thing left to do in this review, and that's compare them to the all-time greatest set of turtles I've ever gotten. So just one moment. So here we have the new Playmates Turtles in comparison to the NECA Turtle set. Of course, that's the New York Comic Con set that came signed by both the creators, which I'm still getting flack on YouTube for opening. Granted, not my best decision ever, but those are some absolutely astounding figures. If you haven't got a set of those that come with the base, you're at a loss. Also, the exact same set, but in black and white to be more true to the comics. To be honest, I love them all. The NECA ones still win for me, but that's because of details and the fact that I did love the original comics. These are far, far cheaper and much easier to find. And you probably won't find them signed by the creator, so you won't get holy hell on YouTube if you decide to open them. Any Turtles fan should get all of these. The NECA ones you're going to have to take out a loan for, because the last time I saw a set with bases, it was running well into $150. That being said, this is JTrain 997. All the Turtles are a definite pickup, and I do mean all the Turtles. And that being said, I'll see you soon, YouTube.